start.
ओके, सो हम स्टार्ट करेंगे आउटलाइन से। आउटलाइंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है पोर्ट्रेट का, क्योंकि इसी पे डिपेंड करता है कि जो आपने पोर्ट्रेट बनाया है वो आपके सब्जेक्ट से रिजेंबल करेगा या नहीं। ओके, सो वी शुड ड्रॉ द आउटलाइंस लाइट इनफ सो दैट अगर हमें बाद में कोई ऑल्ट्रेशन करनी है तो हम उसे आसानी से कर पाएँ और हमारी शीट पर कोई पेंसिल ग्रूव्स ना आए। So when now we are almost done with our outlines, so now you can see एक basic shape हमारा आने लगा है जो हमारे subject से थोड़ा सा resemble कर रहा है। Okay, so now we start with the forehead. The first thing we do here is we apply a layer of the lightest shade that is visible on the subject. See, if there are no light illuminations or reflections, then we are good to go. But if there are any, then we have to pick the tone that is lightest after the reflection and apply the shade to the whole face. Okay, one mistake that we make is we start from the darkest shade and then go for lighter ones. But उसमें we lose the idea of contrast and relatively हम कहीं dark कर देते हैं, कहीं light कर देते हैं. So I suggest going from lightest shade to the darkest one always. One thing that can help is marking the highlights like the way I'm doing here. See, what I'm doing here is I've picked up a tone which is a bit darker than the previous one. Now I am working on that one. Now you can see I'm almost done with the forehead, but the highlight part is yet to be worked on. So now what we will do is we will use a blending stump and blend the darker and the lighter highlight parts. यू कैन सी हाईलाइट पार्ट भी अब ब्लेंड हो गया है काफ़ी हद तक फोरहेड के साथ. तो अब हम बाकी पार्ट्स पे फोकस करेंगे. Eyes, we will start with the outlines, and we should try to keep the outlines as similar as the subject has, as it is visible that the eye size is not very large, so we don't have to work much on it. I'm just giving a black color to the iris and then I will erase off the light reflection part. But there's always a better option that we should mark the light reflections first and then we should start filling up the iris. Okay, so now it's time for the area around the eyes, the nose and the cheeks. So we will follow the same instructions that we followed for the forehead. See, now here we can see highlights on the cheeks, so I will mark outlines of the highlight and then leave it as it is, and then I will work on darker shades. Then using blending stumps I will blend the highlight part and the normal skin tone. While marking the outline of the hair on the face, we should consider not using a single line, but we should use many small lines that look like hair and gives you a rough idea of the shape of the beard or the hairdo. See, for drawing hair, the pencil should only be moved in the direction in which the hair is to be grown. You may see I have drawn beard with average hair density. Now you can change the hair density according to the subject. Like in the bottom part, the hair density is more, so now I will increase the density here, and the upper part I will use an eraser to decrease the hair density. Now I'm done with the blacks of the hair. So now I'm going to use a glass marking pencil to mark up the highlights and reflections that we can see on the subject's hair. But you can also use an eraser in place of a glass marking pencil. See, always keep one thing in mind, that you should never use a bold line to mark up the partitions of the different organs of the face, like in ear or in nose, as it is very difficult to blend them in with the skin textures later. The air is now complete, but you may see that there are some pencil smudges on the face that I accidentally made while moving around my hand, so it's time for some touch-ups. So I worked on it for a little more time and now I'm done with it. So you can see. Hope you like it. And if you are not into learning how to make portraits but just want one for yourself, then you can follow me on Instagram and DM me so I can make one for you. Thank you for watching.